Michelle with 2 L's.
And I'm Natalie the Red.
And I'm Canadian J-Bear.
And I'm Valiant Renegade.
And we are
Force of Light Entertainment. Sometimes.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Force of Light Live. Natalie actually will be here tonight. She has been struggling with bronchitis. That's why she has not been here up until, well, she'll be here in a few minutes. But hope you guys have had, so she might in the course of the show have to dip out to cough up half a lung. So if she does, we'll let her do that. But hope you guys have had an awesome start to your week. We've got a great guest here tonight. We've got Keri Smith, who I'm going to bring out just in a minute. But I want to go ahead and grab some of these super chats. I see you guys in the chat. I see you, Staccato. I see you in there. Raji with the $2. I'm going to post famous movie lines to donate. Well, you do what you feel led in your heart to do, Raji. We appreciate you. KB with the $1.99. Let's see, LLO. Okay, I'm bringing Keri. No. I know what's happened. This happened to me. Okay. It's where YouTube messes up. If you're on your phone and you send in a super chat, it messes up with it totally jacks up what you send. So you meant to say, hello, ladies and chat. We'll be driving home. I was like, I do not know what this word is, but now I know what happened, KB. It's happened to me many times. But thank you. Thank you so much. And ADL with the $4.99. I'm wondering, what is the proper way to request a film for reaction video? Film fantastic here. Apologies for pestering. Well, the way we've been doing it is anyone can request a video. Obviously, we do so many of our videos are done based off request. That's free to do. Leave a request anytime. For people who want to have us do it immediately and definitely get their request known and heard and recorded. That is people send in $150 and they get to pick the movie. The reason why being the editing cost that's involved, and then plus, sometimes people pick things that may not do so well in the algorithm. So it just covers our time as well. So that's how you do that. You can send it in via super chat. I can post my PayPal. Either one of those options work for that. But that's how that's done. But again, anyone can leave a request for free. And we've done so many reactions based off of requests that are just put in the comment section. And speaking of that, I do want to say, before I bring out our guest, tomorrow at 11:30 a.m., it will be available after the show. I'm going to release it for Blue level members and up. But our first time watching reaction for Clue will be out tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. So definitely be on the lookout for that. I hope she does not give me bronchitis. We think she's not contagious.
Anymore. I've got my hot tea and honey
anymore, but yes.
Didn't want to miss it though.
Yes. And
hey,
Brett
guys.
With the $4 super chat. I hope you enjoy the movies I sent you. Yes, and next week when we just kind of do a Thanksgiving chill stream, I'm going to bring them out, Brett, and I'm going to show everyone what you sent. We really appreciate you and really appreciate you sending that. And Your average Patriot nerd has been a member for 18 months. Hello, lovely ladies of Forceflight Entertainment. I won't be able to listen live, so have a great show. And it's great to see Keri Smith on tonight.
Woo-hoo.
Yes, we are very excited about that. And hello, let's see, DL with the $1.99. Hello, everyone. I'm hoping you're having a good Monday. Well, I hope you are having a good Monday. Am I here? What has happened?
It says, oh, snap.
Yeah, what did go on there? Oh, that's the YouTube side of things. I'm fine with that. I don't care about that. Okay, let's continue on here. We had something go off over here to our right. Mumblin' May has been a member for 18 months. Thank you so much. Hi, blessings to you all. Well, thank you so much.
Blessings to you.
Blessings to you, Mumbling May. And we did start, guys, for members. You requested, and we answered. You guys requested that we start for members posting each week a place where you guys can send in your prayer request. And we'll pray over those. And we did start that. I started that Sunday. So I'm just going to start doing that every Sunday, which is, the beginning of each new week. where you guys can send those in. I thought of that because Mumbly May, posted her request there.
Do you have to be a member for that?
Yes, that's for,
right. I just got to get me a membership again.
That's
then
for-
I can participate.
That's for members. And staccato with 20.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
20 gifted memberships. Thank you so much, kind sir. Let's see. That's the first gifted membership of the night. He sent in 20. Oh, you guys, you know what time it is. It's time for Rooster to get his wings. I think that's a gift. And at this point, we have to hear it for the boys.
And another one. Why you all in my ear?
Thank you so much, Staccato.
Yes.
Really
thank you very
appreciate you.
much.
Staccato, that's awesome. I hope you enjoyed our reaction to the Rocky Horror Picture Show. But thank you so much for your super.
Yes, we enjoyed it. Yeah.
And Mumbly May, thank you for the 279. Good to see you both. Well,
good to see you.
Good to see you here. Yeah, last week Natalie was not here. And Richard with 50.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Richard. Have you ever seen Whatever Happened to Baby Jane? I have not. I've not.
I've heard,
You've
of,
heard
it,
of it,
but I have not seen it. I know that it has Joan. I think it's Joan Crawford and Betty Davis. So it's kind of a classic movie.
So is it an older movie?
It's an older movie. Yeah.
Like how old? 80s? Like
60s maybe.
Okay, so like 60s era. Okay.
Because that's when Betty Davis and Joan Crawford were getting a little older in their careers. They were like 40s, 50s actresses.
Gotcha. Well, with that, let me bring in our guest. I'll see if she has heard of this movie. Keri.
Hi, that's one of my favorite movies.
Okay, so it's a good one.
Oh my gosh. So this is Betty Davis in old age and Joan Crawford together in one film. And Betty Davis is, oh my gosh, she's amazing. She's hysterical. She plays this aging child actress who was famous when she was a little girl. And it's a part horror film. Part drama, part just over the top campy goodness. You guys have to see this. You have to see this.
I want to see it now.
This sounds fun. Okay. Yeah.
Well, I had watched the FX show about, which was random, but about Betty Davis and Joan Crawford. So they kind of detailed some of the making of that movie in the FX show about them. So so it kind of made me interested. But it sounds good.
Such good casting in that movie. Like at times I forgot that I wasn't watching Betty Davis in that movie.
Oh yeah.
Or that it was a series, right? Yeah.
Yes. I think Susan Sarandon played Betty Davis.
Yes. Oh my gosh, she was so good. She had the
really
perfect eyes for that. Like
she does.
Just great casting.
Do you know we just watched Rocky Horror Picture Show. Shout out to Staccato again in the chat, who sent in who sponsored that one. But even in a movie like that, it's like I realize like what a great actress Susan Sarandon is. Like even just the subtleness of the way, even in that movie, like her facial expressions and things, she just really kind of stood out. Of just like, dang, she's a really good actress.
Yeah, I think she's good.
Yeah.
Let me grab this one. My gosh.
Well, oh my goodness, Rosario.
With 100.
Thank you. Wow.
I mean, my gosh. Thank you so much here. Hello, Southern Bells. I subscribe to many other reactors of the female persuasion, and I'm amazed how calm, cool, and collected you are when watching horror movies. Sometimes you barely flinch at the classic jump scare moments. How do you account for this anomaly? Well,
just a lot of scary things in the world, I guess. So it just,
Well, and I'm also going to say this without in any way demeaning anyone else. We at Force of Light Entertainment are very authentic. So when my jaw drops, my jaw would have dropped if I was sitting watching a movie by myself. What I'm trying to say is I'm not going to fake it. till I make it.
Right. We
Either-
try and be, as authentic as possible.
Either like it gets me, and if you watch my face, I will kind of flinch a little. But I think too, also when you're watching because there's no other way to record it, we have to have lighting on us or no one would see us.
It takes away a little bit when you're watching a scary movie when you've
It
got a
does.
ring light. Yeah, that's true.
It does. I would say those are the two reasons. Again, that's no knock on any other channel. I'm just saying for me personally.
It's not to say we're the bravest or anything.
No, it's just for me personally. If I react in any way, it's a genuine physical reaction. It's not putting on anything. Is all I'm going to say. And again,
Not that anybody does that.
Yeah, and I don't even really watch other reaction channels. So again, that's no knock on anyone else. I'm just explaining my side of this.
But thank you so much. Thank you for your generosity.
And honestly, too, last thing I will say, the older I've gotten, just very little does scare me.
Right.
I don't know. Keri, are you the same way? Is it easy? Is it hard to scare you? Make you jump?
Oh no, you can scare me just by walking on the corner. Actually, I was working Saturday and one of my coworkers, we have this I'm not going to say what I do because don't want to get you have haters on the internet and I don't want to get my company hate mail because the horrible bigot from Deprogrammed works for them. But anyway, this job, one of the jobs that I do, there's this shed that we have to go, and I knew that one of my coworkers was there, but I guess I kind of forgot or whatever. And he came up behind me as I was turning around, and I go I can't help it. I'm like, ah! Like
You're one of those.
Yeah. I'm like, ah! And he was laughing. I'm like, dude, he felt really bad. I'm like, no, my husband scares me like that several times a week.
Well, now the super chat's got me thinking because now I'm like, do I not react in the movies like when we're watching? Because I do jump scare fairly easy in movies. Like I don't scare easy movies, but a jump scare can, I'll flinch a little. But that's usually all it is. It's just kind of a. Ooh.
Yeah. In movies, I will cover I'm a face coverer.
Oh,
Yeah,
I go like this.
yeah.
I go like this. Oh,
Yeah.
There's definitely been movies when Natalie and I saw the new Demi Moore movie. Like it was just cover. It was just cover.
I don't know why that works, but it still does, even in adulthood, where it's like I'm still watching it, but because I'm only looking through a little bit of the eye, I feel so much safer.
It's just it's security. It's security.
Yeah.
But thank you so much. I so appreciate that super chat. So generous.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching us along with the other reactors. There's a lot of good reactors out there, so we appreciate you very, very much. And Staccato with a $10 super chat. Yes, I enjoyed watching it, and he means Rocky Horror Picture Show. And your reactions were what I expected. It looks like I got a good engagement too. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it looks like it got a good engagement. The video. Yes, thank you so much. That was a great recommendation, Staccato.
It was. Thank you so much, Staccato. Really appreciate that. But we'll put a pin in the super chats from now. Keep your super chats coming. We'll get to those at the next break when we do super chats. But I want to start off the show tonight. We're going to get into some, Rachel Zegler being ridiculous, as Rachel Zegler always is. We might have some, what's her name? Sydney Sweeney.
Oh.
She's coming in with some comments I agree with. But then let's start on a positive. Every year, we got 3 women here. Every year, People Magazine does their Sexiest Man Alive cover. I want to see what you ladies think of this year's Sexiest Man.
I don't even know who it is.
I was so shocked, but I'll give you my thoughts after I see it. So this year, People's Sexiest Man Alive is none other than John Krasinski.
Okay.
I did not see this one coming.
That's not a bad choice. I think he's pretty handsome.
Well, see, I like John Krasinski. He's not like, obviously with these, it's not like, oh, he's the most handsome man in the world.
Like they found him. They found the most.
They found him. But I actually appreciate this one because I do find John Krasinski hot in a way.
Put it out there, Shell.
Well, I mean, one, he is hot in his own way. He's got an amazing head of hair. He's about 6'3" or 4. But I just like John Krasinski, like the way he looks. Every woman, guys, listen to me out there. Every woman dreams of being googly-eyed and stared at the way John Krasinski stares at his wife, Emily Blunt.
True. That is nice.
Is that his wife?
Yes, he's married to Emily Blunt. Not Natalie McCall. But yeah. So I like him. He just seems to be kind of a family man, and pretty genuine, stays out of things and just kind of does his job. And I've really loved his 2 Quiet Place movies that he made. Did you see those, Keri? A Quiet Place?
I saw the first one. Yeah.
The second one is a lot of fun.
It's really good too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I should check it out. I really like the first one, but it's been a while since I saw it.
The first one's good. I'd recommend like rewatching and then watching the second one because it picks up like right after. But even that, like you see, like John Krasinski, like he actually wrote that movie. I don't know if you know this, Keri.
No.
He wrote A Quiet Place, and of course that ending, which will bring any tear to your eye, from a parent standpoint of what he does. He wrote it to basically to tell his daughters that there was absolutely nothing in this world he would not do for them. So when you watch A Quiet Place and think of the end, that's why it ends the way it ends.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember the ending?
No.
I remember in a quiet place, like if they make any noise, like you're dead. And at the very end, like he basically sacrifices himself to save his daughter.
Oh, okay.
Like a real heart-wrenching moment. Yeah, it's good. Natalie's over there coughing a lung up. So
I had to find a photo of who I think is the sexiest man.
who you got? Who you got?
I put it in the private chat.
Okay, let me get this. Ah, here we go. Here we go. Let me share this.
I'm a little biased, but I think my husband is the sexiest man in the world.
Keri's still with her husband. I think that's a safe pick. I think it's a good pick.
I got quite a crush on my husband.
Well, I feel you should,
Yeah, I should. It's good.
It is good.
Yeah.
We all want to believe, that we all want that. So there we go.
He'll be embarrassed. I was bragging on him.
He should be embarrassed.
Yeah.
It's Keri's sexiest man alive.
Yes, very nice.
It's my fella. D-Sub says it's rigged. This election's rigged. That's true. I have a conflict of interest.
I would say it's a little rigged, but it's okay.
Oh man, he's got the Johnny Cash thing going on sometimes. It's just, yeah.
There you go. There's Keri's man.
Yeah. That's a very good looking couple right there.
It is.
Oh, thank you.
It's true. You're welcome.
You guys look like you're ready to rock and roll.
That was actually, yeah, he was ready to rock and roll. But that was Germany a couple weeks ago when his whole band was there, so I got to go with them.
That's cool.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks for putting that up.
No, that's good. I like that.
You just both look cool and like you fit with each other.
Definitely.
Oh, I love him. Whenever he's gone, he was doing shows this weekend, and so then whenever he comes home from a weekend of shows, we have that good, like, he's not gone. I don't know how people do when somebody's gone like all the time and they stay in there. It's like, that's gotta suck. But when somebody's at work for a while and then they come home after and you're like, oh, I miss you.
Oh, that's good.
Googly eyes.
Yeah, that's good. That's what we all aspire to.
Googly eyes. The googly eyes, yeah.
And Damajanai with the $5 super chat. Super awesome to see the three of you lovely ladies together. Just a heads up, y'all three are invited to my B-Day stream on the 20th. Is it this month? I'm guessing the 29th, if you can swing by. Yeah, just send me a link, Damajanai.
Send me a link also on X. That's the best place. And good to see you, dude.
Yes.
And happy early birthday, but we'll be there. And Albertus Magnus with the $4.99. My wife always thought I was the sexiest man alive, except for John Gavin. She always had a thing for John Gavin. Who's John Gavin? I don't know who that is. Now
I like his frankness. He accepts it.
Now I'm looking up who John Gavin is.
He was an actor in the 70s.
Oh.
Okay.
And he was built for back then.
Yeah,
so
he was handsome. He was handsome.
Yeah.
She had good taste.
Yeah, it's true.
You can allow, we can all allow a celebrity crush here or there.
Little harmless celebrity crush.
We all know our mothers. Nelly, who's our mother's celebrity crush?
Oh, is it Colin Firth?
It was always Colin Firth. I don't know why she liked Colin Firth so much,
Yeah.
but man, she really liked Colin Firth.
Mr. Darcy.
Yeah,
That type.
that's what she liked. He was in Psycho. Okay. Yeah, he was in Psycho.
Oh, I'm just gonna say, because Marcos, thank you for dropping links, but those are my old links from like 3 years ago. So
Yeah.
I'll put them in again.
Yeah, let's see. My bad on that, Mark. Well, I probably should have specified when I told him that.
It's okay.
But there we go. There we go. Now we got the right ones. Now we're good. Okay. So the main topic tonight that we're going to get to, let me actually get this ready. I'm not ready here. 1 second. I already told you guys it's going to be a little Rachel Zegler.
Okay. Buckle up, is what you're saying, huh?
Is that how you say her name? Ziegler?
Zegler is the way I always say it. I don't know.
I know.
Maybe I'm botching it. Okay, let's get these pulled up. Let's get these bigger. We're just gonna read through all of them tonight.
Okay.
Oh my
Because
gosh.
Rachel was having a really hard time after the election. And last week she went to her social media account.
Hey, fill the audience in on who she is, just in case anybody out there for some reason doesn't know who Rachel Zegler is.
Rachel Zegler is the gift that keeps on giving. She is going to be Snow White, which we're hearing there's a trailer that's going to be dropping for Snow White this week. But yeah, she's been in West Side Story. She's been in the last Hunger Games
She's
movie.
been with Disney before, correct? Or has she worked? Or maybe not.
I
I
think
didn't know she was like a Disney actress before.
I think Snow White's her first Disney gig.
Okay.
But anyways, let me go ahead and read this first one. And this is the one I'm going to focus on because it's pretty brutal at the end.
Oh gosh.
So we'll start. I find myself speechless in the midst of this, another 4 years of hatred, leaning us toward a world I do not want to live in, leaning us toward a world that will be hard to raise my daughter. Okay, guys, she has no daughter. Let's just specify right now.
Oh my goodness, she doesn't?
She's 23 with no kids. She's not married, no kids. So this is a
fictional daughter of the future, I guess.
It is a fictional daughter of the future.
That says, wait, can we stop? That's psychopathic. Because when I read this, I was like, oh, I didn't know she was a mom.
Oh no, she has no daughter. She is not pregnant that we know of. She has no daughter. There's no. Okay.
So, because I guess, God forbid, we know she would never have a son.
Yeah,
because,
that can't happen.
You know, that would be giving birth to evil.
Yes.
Well, if she had a son, she'd turn him into a daughter.
That's true. That's true. So it's going to be a daughter one way or the other. Okay. So let's see. It's hard to raise my not yet born or thought of daughter, and leading us towards a world that will force her, again, her. She does not exist. By the way.
Either way, like Keri said, it's going to be her
daughter.
Her to have a baby she doesn't want. So she's already worried, guys, that the daughter she does not have will also have to have a daughter that she doesn't want to have.
Man, this is a lot of forethought. This is a lot of things that haven't happened yet. You know what I'm saying?
So she's already worried.
We're crossing a lot of bridges before we've gotten there.
She's already worried that her daughter she doesn't have will not be able to abort the grandchild that she also
does not get.
That she also is not pregnant. It says there's a lot of hypotheticals here, Rachel.
Right. Lots of hypotheticals. And leading us toward a world that is fearful. I shouldn't be shocked, but I am. I'm heartbroken for my friend who awoke in fear this morning. You know, they're so fearful. And I'm here.
They just wake up in a sweat.
And I'm here with you to cry, to yell, to hug, to wax poetic on how the left continues to fail us and forging a new path forward. This loss should not have been, and it certainly should not have been by so many votes. How dare you voters not vote the way Rachel Zegler, the 23-year-old who does not have a daughter that cannot abort her child, does not have yet. What you do? What is wrong with you losers out there? How dare you?
Get with it, people.
And then it goes on. This is the worst statement. I echo Ethel Kane's statement,
Ethel Kane's.
their Ethel Kane's statement more than anything. May Trump supporters and Trump voters and Trump himself, again, guys, this is from the Disney princess, never know peace.
Just never, huh? Like, just may we never feel it because of, right.
Keri, what do you make of this?
Well, you've blown. I read this and I have thoughts on it, but now I have more thoughts because I didn't realize that she doesn't have a daughter that she's talking about.
No
here.
daughter. No daughter.
So that makes it even crazier. It's like, won't you think of my hypothetical daughter? I'm gonna make a meme after this. It's like Sally Field. It's like, not without my hypothetical daughter. I'm like, what are you talking about? That makes it even crazier. But when I read it, I assumed, oh, okay, I didn't know she was a mom. But even then, I was looking at the other hypotheticals you point out. I was like, so you're just assuming that your daughter one day is going to get pregnant, but why? Because she didn't practice safe sex, or she didn't know that you could get pregnant as a result of sex, and then she's going to want to have an abortion. You're assuming she's going to want to abort the baby. You don't know, and then she's going to be living in a state that doesn't allow it. Well, why, instead of choosing to live in a state that does? Like, what? There's a lot of hypotheticals.
Yeah.
There's so many hypotheticals.
And then on top of that, that last part there, this is who they are.
Yes.
So at the beginning, she mentions in the very first sentence, hatred. She says, basically, she's saying Trump people are hateful people. Another 4 years of hatred, right?
Yeah.
But then she shows you at the end, who's the person full of hate? Who are the people full of hate? And there it is, right at the end, full of hatred. Only a person full of hatred could say that I hope half the country, more than half the country, never knows peace. Like, what a demonic, disgusting, sad person to say something like that about people. Like, it's just vile.
It's pretty bad. It really does show you just like how, like you said, how twisted, but just how demented she is.
Yes.
Just like eaten up with
yes,
bitterness and anger and malice.
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. Let me see where the others are. Let's see. Okay, here we go. We'll keep going. There is also a deep, deep sickness in this country that is shown in the sheer amount of people who showed up for this man who threatens our democracy. It is terrifying, the number of people who stand behind what this man preaches. It is foolish. Subscription to a false sense of security, of masculinity, of intelligence, of patriotism, and of humanity. There is no help, no counsel in any of them. I could go on, but I won't. I feel sad.
Thank goodness.
You probably do too. F this.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But then she does go on.
Lo and behold, she goes on.
And then she goes on. Get off Elon's app, by the way. The F you are doing, they're eating you up on Twitter. I don't use that app for a reason. He helped get the man elected, and you're giving him business. I was talking about finding
catharsis.
Yeah, catharsism in art.
Yeah,
catharsis in art. I don't care if you're going to pick a fight with me. It's been done before. Find something real to be mad at today. Go around.
Find something real to be mad at today. Rachel, take thy own advice.
Yes.
This is all, everything you're mad at, you think you're mad at, is all a hell of your own creation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yourself crazy and angry and hysterical. Like, whatever it is you think is happening is not happening. These people are insane.
They're insane.
Yeah.
Like, they're insane. And again, going back to insane and demented, like going back to, I hope you never know peace. Like, who wishes that on people who didn't vote the way you wanted them to vote?
You know who does? Someone who doesn't know peace.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is true.
Misery loves company.
That is true. So then she ends it with this. Okay, that's all. Going on stage for Act 2 now. Oh, so she did this in between. She's doing Juliet in New York, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
I need to get off my soapbox before I get too heated. She's already wished that we would know no peace.
Yeah, this wasn't her heated before, I guess.
This is her calm, cool, and collected. So I need to get off my soapbox before I get too heated. Now she's sending love because she's so loving, guys. You know, the same person who just wished that no one who voted for the person she didn't want does ever experience peace in their life. She's all about love and acceptance. Unless you don't think the way she does.
Well, I think she's only sending love to those that think the way she does would be the implication.
Yeah, sending love to everyone who needs it today. May we all carry each other through the worst and hold these politicians accountable. Your dim govs just got very important. They already were, but hey, follow your governors. Hold them accountable. Local government is where we'll make the real change. This is not the end ever. I will love through these 4 years as best I can. F. Donald Trump.
Oh, you're so cool, Rachel.
She's so
cool.
Angie.
Oh, girl, you told them.
Oh my gosh.
That's so dumb.
That's so funny that, like, on what's it, the second slide where she said, I could go on, but I won't. And then she does like 6 more slides. Like you said.
It's like when somebody's angry texting and they're going to stop, but then they send like 8 more texts.
Yeah, it's on the second one. I could go on, but I won't.
Wow. These people don't know themselves.
No.
Like, they don't know themselves. The thing is, you know, we point and mock her, and because she's in the public eye, she has a degree of cultural power and sway and influence. But I know people in my everyday life, and friends of mine on Facebook and social media, for example, and I'm sure everyone in the chat does too, who are also experiencing this crazy hysteria and spiral and just hatred just seeping out of them. And it's really sad because they don't know themselves. Like, one of my friends on Facebook had a thread, and I shared part of this on Twitter last week, where some of the people in her comments, they were all just saying the same hysterical stuff. And one of them in was basically saying they hope all Republicans catch a strain of COVID that kills them all, and all Trump voters die. And in the post where they said that, they also included a meme of how this person saw themselves, I guess. And the meme said, "We are not here to hurt. We are here to heal. We are not here to hate. We are here to love. We are not here to destroy. We are here to create." And I'm like, you are literally sharing a death wish for more than half of your fellow Americans while putting up a meme. You don't know yourself. You are the ones here to hate and hurt and destroy.
Yes.
Yeah. How could you look at someone like that and you're like, how can you be so disconnected from what's going on in the world? But it's because they're disconnected with themselves too. They don't know themselves at all. Like, you're full of hate, buddy. This girl, this woman, Rachel Zegler, full of hate.
Full of hate. Like you said, she doesn't know peace herself. She doesn't really know love herself. It really is just, it's just kind of sad and pathetic. And another thing that I want to point out, which is one of the reasons I brought this up, is, and she does send out that her press put out an apology. It's clearly not her. People have broke down literally people took time to break down the grammar. It is not Rachel Zegler clearly who wrote it. They forced her to put out an apology. But why do we think they forced her to put out an apology? Well, one, because she is Snow White and that is coming soon. But secondly, because if you guys recall, there's this one particular woman who was on, at the time, the biggest thing that Disney had going for it, which was called The Mandalorian. And her name is Gina Carano. And she simply put out a tweet that talked about not hating your neighbor because of the way they vote, is what her tweet was about. And yes, it had a picture from the Holocaust, but she talked about how they othered the Jewish people. Yeah. And basically how we need to be careful of not going down that path in our country.
Yeah, there was nothing controversial, or there shouldn't have been, about her tweet.
There was nothing. And I want to quote what was tweeted out from the Lucasfilm account that night, that what Gina posted was abhorrent, is what they said.
Wow.
And did not fit the Lucasfilm's belief. and they fired her immediately. And she is actually, guys, she had another win recently in court. It very much looks like they're going to have to deal with this because under the California law, you cannot fire someone because of political beliefs.
Nice.
So I just bring that up because Gina got fired for nothing compared to what Rachel Zegler, Snow White, just put out.
Right. Like, can you imagine if it was reversed and they were talking about the Kamala voters?
Yes.
I mean, can you imagine how angry the studio would be?
No. I cannot.
And how fast they would be fired.
In fact, I'm trying to pull up let me try to pull up Gina's tweet really quick, just so we can read it again, because it's so ridiculous.
Yeah, I think that would be good to see it because this, on the one hand, you've got Gina Carano, who's making a very astute point that's grounded in history. That's like, these are some of the warning signs, basically, is what she was pointing out. Warning signs of leading to a place of intolerance. We should be aware of these. And that was abhorrent.
Yes, it was abhorrent.
That was abhorrent. But then you've got this other Disney stars like, I hope half the country knows no peace and they're all hateful and, you know.
And they're good. They're good to go. So this is what she tweeted out. She tweeted out this picture, which was taken from the Holocaust. And she put out this. Jews were beaten in the streets, not by Nazi soldiers, but by their neighbor, even by children. Because history is edited, most people today don't realize that to get to the point where Nazi soldiers could easily round up thousands of Jews, the government first made their own neighbor hate them simply for being Jews. How is that any different from hating someone for their political views? And that tweet is what got Gina Carano fired, and Lucasfilm, ran by one Kathleen Kennedy, used the word, it was abhorrent, what she put out. It's just something.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. One is coming to get, and what's crazy in Gina's tweet, it doesn't even say what side. It is just about not hating your neighbor. That's all this is about.
Well, I know Megyn Kelly had written a piece about how she, Rachel Zegler, needed to be fired.
Oh, yeah, I meant to watch that. I've not seen that.
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was like an article.
Oh, is it an article?
About, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I would tend to agree with Megyn. Okay, well, because, you fired Gina for much less.
Well, that's the comparison she made.
So, you fired Gina for saying, don't hate your fellow citizen.
Well, in both Disney, so.
Yep.
Yeah.
But here's why. That's why, guys, they forced Rachel Zegler to put out an apology, because then they can say, oh, well, she apologized, even though they gave Gina no opportunity to and apologize for what, honestly, in that post that she put out. She didn't offend anybody.
Right.
But
can you read the apology? Do you have that?
I do. That's what I was going to pull up here. Let me get it. Let's see.
Because I would like to see, I haven't seen the apology. I'd like to see the difference.
Okay, so here's the apology. I hate that they've broken it up. I bet Steph has it from her page. She's good at getting stuff like that. Okay, in her apology, let's see. Where does it start? Okay. I would like to sincerely apologize for the state. Or no, why is it breaking it up? Just give me the, hold on. Let me see.
Just go to where it has the quotes, you see?
Well, I see where?
Like, see, here it has quotes.
I know, but they've broken it up to where they're explaining to you what she said. But I'll go ahead and read it. She stated she would like to sincerely apologize for the statement she gave on the election results. Okay, here it is. I let my emotions get the best of me. You think? You think. I let my emotions get the best of me. Hatred and anger have caused us to move further and further away from peace and understanding. And I am sorry I contributed to the negative discourse. That was it.
That doesn't sound like her.
At all.
That sounds very generic.
Oh, someone else sat there and typed it out. They sent it to Rachel Zegler's publicist and said she's got to tweet this out for Disney.
And make it sound as lifeless as possible.
Well, because we know she doesn't mean it.
Make it sound as ingenuine.
She doesn't care. But
No.
yeah, Rachel Zegler, guys. Rachel Zegler's gonna do what Zegler does, and that's pretty much. I think it's almost like she's trying to kill her career before it gets going. Because the one thing I'm going to say here is something that feels a little unfair. I'm just going to be honest here. You know, Jennifer Lawrence pretty much, you know, she ran her mouth about Trump and killed her career. But how does Rachel Zegler not do the same? Like, at least Jennifer Lawrence is a great actress. Like, what's Rachel Zegler doing?
I don't think I think that's probably still playing out. Like, we're going to see what happens to her. Because
Yeah.
I think the more publicity that alternative media people can generate for these statements that she made about half the country, like, that's going to hurt her. It's already people are already making fun of Snow White because of all the ridiculousness we've heard surrounding the creation of it, and how they were saying, oh, we can't have little people play the dwarves. That's offensive, which is ridiculous. They're putting little people actors out of work. And then they were going to have the 7 fabulous freaks or something instead.
Yes.
And then
now we got CGI dwarf.
the CGI dwarf, which is insane. Why do that? Why not just hire a little person and give an actor a job? And then there I saw statements with Zegler already about how this is going to be a different Snow White, like, just very arrogant and disrespectful to the original story, and saying stuff about how, you know, basically Snow White doesn't need no man. She's a strong, independent woman. And, you know, this stuff turns people off. And so when you hear
yeah, when she said that about the prince kissing her. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's even more reason now for people not to want to go see this woman's films.
Oh, she's killed it. I mean, this movie already was a disaster, but I just think almost out of protest, people will not see this movie at this point. Like, she's terrible.
But I also just think it's dumb that any of us should care what she says. Like, like who cares? Like, who cares what this person says?
Well, you know? No, definitely. But when you spew out hatred for half the country, or over half the country at this point, people are just like, it's kind of to the point.
Oh yeah, but I mean, she'll do it to her own career. That's gonna happen. Yeah, it's more funny that she thinks like it really makes a difference, or that we really are like, oh, okay, well, now that I know that that's how you do, I really regret my voting decision. I'm gonna do better in the future, Rachel.
It's kind of like, I wish I could play it, but being Dave Chappelle, you know, he says some words that YouTube would definitely not, would try to cancel us over. But Dave Chappelle had a skit years ago, like, not skit, like he was doing stand up, and he was like, why do people care what celebrities think?
I mean, that's what I'm saying, really.
He's like, we have this tragedy happen, and they're like, Ja Rule, what do you think about this? He's like, no one cares.
Right. Like, because what would he know about that? You know?
It really is, but she's killed her career. Let me go ahead and grab some of these super chats before I move on to our next topic. Dustin, thank you so much for being a member for 3 months. Hello, ladies. Natalie, I hope you feel 100% better and real soon. Being sick is never fun. That's sure. Shameless plug. I will be at my first ever all elite wrestling event Wednesday night. We'll have fun.
Yeah, have a lot of fun.
And are you participating or are you watching? I can't tell on that. But either way, have fun and good luck on that. Staccato, thank you so much for the $10. I'm being completely serious here. Rachel uses Chat GPT to write these.
It's very possible, Staccato.
She probably does. And 16-bit mascot with the $5. Best ladies and the cyber webs up in this. Ahoy, force of light. Love my Southern gals. Well, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, 16-bit. And Staccato with the $5 super chat. Hey, Chat GPT, I need an apology for all the hate we crafted the last few days. And John Thomas, hello, John, for $5. She won't get any more good projects. Zegler is bound for Hallmark, just like Meghan Markle. Her career is toast. Disney is stuck with her for now. That you very well are right, John. Very well right there. And Rosario, thank you for the 10. Woo! Hello, Miss Smith. Deprogrammed. Mrs. Smith. Deprogrammed from what? Did you recently evolve out of a, hold on, I can't see this. Pernicious
worldview,
there we go,
or is
worldview.
that a reference to something else?
We'll let Keri describe.
Oh, hi, Rosario. Yeah, so I was in the woke world, or cult, as I call it, for 20 years. So I used to be, that was my belief system, was this pervasive, basically, religion that we see that's taken over all of the world, all of the West. And so on my show, Deprogrammed, the main goal is to help other people wake up and leave that part of the left, and to understand that it's not liberalism, to understand the differences between woke ideology or social justice ideology and liberalism.
There you go. And we definitely recommend
and if
it.
you all are not subscribed, which I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't be, but if you're not subscribed to Keri's channel, we highly, highly recommend it. Yeah. Great channel.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I love the streams. Like I get so into them, and it's just
I love seeing you ladies there. Hey,
I'm there most of the time when I can, as long as I'm available.
Like you never fail to make it interesting. Like, and then it'll kind of like go like the conversational flow. Like it, but yeah, you guys, you'll learn a lot. You'll be touched. You'll laugh. You might cry every now. But it's definitely check her out.
It's very good. And Rosario, I definitely recommend it, because I definitely think in a very polarizing world, I appreciate people like Keri for having a very, well, you're really kind of a centrist. It's just.
But, we're all right wing now. I saw Konstantin Kisin finally did an essay on Substack. He's like, okay, go ahead and call me right wing. It's like, you get to that point where you're like, you don't care anymore. Whatever you want to call me's fine. It doesn't matter. Everybody's right wing now. If you're not woke, that's what they, they're out here calling liberals like RFK right wing.
I know. It's wild.
It's crazy.
Whatever.
It's crazy.
Hey, when you're done with super chat, while you're making super chats, I made a remedial meme and I tagged you on Twitter.
Okay, let me get this.
Okay.
Hey, gifted 5. Natalie's going to cough.
Yeah,
but you guys know what time it is. Anytime there's a new gifted membership, a rooster gets his wings. Again. And since he gave
and another one. Why you all in my ear?
Thank you so much, KB. And another one, Mr. Buttcrack Media, gifting 1 membership. Natalie, maybe you'll get a membership. And here we go, guys. There we go.
I like that you show that clip.
It's our new membership.
I'm gonna get a clip like that.
Oh, I love it. Everyone here knows that this is my favorite button to hit.
I want to dance.
It's a good one. And KB, thank you so much for the $5. Keri has definitely helped with my understanding of the woke mind virus, along with Deb Philman and James Lindsay. I don't know Deb. Who's Deb?
Oh, thanks, Kibi. Thanks, Kibi. That makes me feel good. No, I love to hear that. Deb Philman is great. She runs a channel called The Reason We Learn. And she's an education advocate and a parents' rights advocate and she helps parents figure out alternative schooling for kids. And she's also a tutor. And so she talks specifically about woke in the public schools and what a problem it is.
Got you. And I know James Lindsay.
Mm-hmm.
But yes. But thank you so much. And he also said, get better, Natalie. Yeah, we hope she gets better.
Aw.
And let me go ahead. Let me find now. Let me find what I've been tagged in.
I always get really excited when I make a meme because I'm terrible at making memes. I'm like, I made a remedial meme.
Oh my gosh, I like it, guys. Here's what Keri's made in honor of Rachel tonight. Here, no, that's the wrong thing. Wrong thing. Dang it. I grabbed the wrong Keri Smith thing. 1 second. Let's see. Here we go. Not without my hypothetical daughter.
Yes. Robert Lowry in the comments is pulling at my imaginary heartstrings. You guys, I had no idea that the daughter was made up. I read that thinking, oh, I didn't know she's a mom. I was like,
daughter, the granddaughter.
Yeah, she's stealing character attributes that don't even exist so that you read it and you're like, oh, at least she's a mom. You know, like she's not. That blows my mind.
She's not. Rachel is absolutely ridiculous. I love the meme. I love the meme. Okay, speaking now we're going to switch, guys, and we're going to go to an actress that takes a little different approach. And that would be one Sydney Sweeney. She had some thoughts on feminism recently. So here we go. Here we go. Sydney Sweeney calls BS on Hollywood's women empowering other women movement. None of it's happening, she says.
Interesting.
And let me find the quotes here. Let's see. Okay, so we'll start here. So the Anyone But You star spoke about the power dynamic among women in the entertainment industry during an interview with Vanity Fair for the magazine's 2025 Hollywood issue. And Sydney said, "It's very disheartening to see women tear other women down," she told the outlet in an interview published Wednesday, "especially when women who are successful in other avenues of their industry see younger talent working really hard, hoping to achieve whatever dream that they may have, and then trying to bash and discredit any work that they've done." She goes on to say, this is kind of the main quote of this. Let me highlight it if I can here. There we go. "This entire industry, all people say is women empowering other women. None of it is happening," Sweeney added. "All of it is fake and a front for all the other shy that they say behind everyone's back." What do you guys think of Sydney Sweeney firing off?
Well, I think she would know, and I think sadly that probably is more accurate. That's probably like it's just a facade, like it's just something that's nice to say, part of the moral code, you know, like, oh, support other women. But what she's saying is she's in the industry and like she's like, weird, I don't see that. So I would say she probably knows what she's talking about.
Oh, I was just gonna say she's also, I think, referring to when she spoke of someone, there was that older director that like just randomly was like, Sydney Sweeney can't act.
That was really brutal.
It was brutal.
Yeah.
It was brutal. But Keri, what were you gonna say?
No, I appreciate the authenticity and the honesty where she's saying this is all marketing and bullshit. This whole women empowering women. When I worked in the entertainment industry, I managed comedians, and one of the higher profile female comedians I managed was on the board. I was woke. This is when I was thoroughly woke. I worked in entertainment. I tended to work with comics who pushed woke ideology in their comedy. And as such, like a lot of the comics they worked with woke organizations and nonprofits and stuff. And so anyway, this comic, she was on the board of several women's, leftist organizations, feminist organizations. And on one of the boards, there was also Jane Fonda, Gloria Steinem, and I remember this particular org, they actually wanted her to show up and be on the calls, which she didn't want to do. She just wanted to lend her name and she kind of resented it. But anyway, she would do the calls and just like mute herself and not pay attention to anything they were saying and call them cunts and stuff like to everybody else in the room. Yes. I'm sorry I used the word. Oh, crap.
It's okay.
I'm so sorry. Okay. Oh no, I got you demonetized. She would call them the C word and the B word and everything while she's on this feminist call and make fun of them behind their backs and everything. So we all know people like that who are nasty. And a lot of those nasty people, they use organizations and charities to try and make themselves seem. Look at Keith Olbermann, who's a crazy nut job. What does he do? He posts about dog charities all the time. So he can disguise himself as a human being with a heartbeat. Like, some of the nastiest people, I mean, look at them. They go into the priests who abuse kids. Like they go into churches, they go into kid spaces with kids. They try and present, I am this benefactor and I do this and that. And, a lot of times it's sort of like, I don't know, look beneath a little bit. Anyway, I'm getting off subject, but her point stands, which is that I think a lot of those people in entertainment are two-faced and full of it, and it's marketing, and it's pretty refreshing to see an actress who doesn't care about maintaining that facade. She's just like, oh no, actually. Demonetized the Keri Smith thing, Robert. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
This is how comfortable I'm feeling with you ladies. Is for a second I forgot we were like on camp. I was just talking to you like I would on my porch.
I don't know why. I just thought it was kind of funny.
It was kind of funny
because you just weren't thinking. It was kind of refreshing. We really don't mind.
We don't. It's fine. Well, and I was gonna say, Keri, too, like I can't speak to Hollywood the way you can, having worked there, but I can just tell you, being a woman who does something that's not as typical for women, a lot of times I can see where Sydney Sweeney's coming from, because so often it feels like the women that want to promote themselves as being so pro woman aren't the ones that are probably going to help you out.
No,
it's just the way it goes.
And a lot of the times, again, they're notoriously backstabbing and vindictive. And Jane Fonda is another great example who I mentioned, who was on that board. So she was the one that the comedian I worked with would call the C word and stuff. But then I heard later on in my life, once I was living in Texas, I had a friend out here who she used to live in LA also, and she was waitstaff at a really expensive restaurant out there, and she was like, everybody in the restaurant world knew like she was awful tipper, and she would treat the wait staff horribly. And it's just like the way you interact with people and the way that you treat your limo drivers, for example, and all that that shows who you are as a person, not this like marketing branding stuff. Like, I'm a part of 34 social justice nonprofits and women empowering women. And then you're cursing out your limo driver, or it's just,
and you guys remember, it's really the stuff I think that nobody sees, definitely, like, except for maybe you and that person, like Keri's saying, like how you really treat people behind closed doors. Yeah, that's who you really are.
Well, definitely, and like to further shed light on what we're talking about, like what Sydney Sweeney is saying here, which I totally agree with. Look at Hollywood. Who's now like a feminist, like a big feminist that they love to promote in Hollywood? What's her name? Leslie Headland. She's like, the woman that was like, excuse me, Harvey, your next victim is on her way in. Spare me, Leslie Headland.
Yes,
stuff like that just shows how hypocritical it is. Like, she's some feminist icon. The woman literally sent Harvey Weinstein's victims in to see him. Like, spare me.
And yet when it's convenient to look the other way, that's also okay. It seems.
It's ridiculous.
So it's like, be consistent, keep the same energy if you're gonna have that.
Yeah.
My pastor gave a sermon this Sunday, sort of critiquing the doctrine of extra merit, which he was talking about. Some religions have this idea that you can do a good thing to cancel out a bad thing. And this idea of like, you can get extra credit almost. And he was reading some quotes about Islam, and this idea of like, if you do something evil, then do something good and it cancels it out. And he was critiquing that and criticizing that idea that you can cancel out evil with good. But now that we're talking about this, I'm like thinking of that, of a lot of these sort of women empowering women and these fake things, it's almost like they're compensating for being a terrible human being in their everyday life. I
mean, like a James Fonda, who you brought up many times, like said a couple times, like she's a perfect example. Like, she like praised God for COVID,
I saw that.
She's terrible.
She did a whole video. She wasn't embarrassed at all. Talk about the hatred, like Rachel Zegler level. She did a whole video during COVID where she was like laughing and cackling and saying that COVID is a gift from God to basically kill Republicans, hopefully.
Yeah. Oh, she's a like, I will never watch anything Jane Fonda's in ever again. Like, she's And I actually very much typically can separate the art from the artists from like their political views, but there is a point where they get so nasty, like, and so it's wicked, like the way they express their thoughts towards others, guys. We're not saying even towards a political ideology, but the way they talk about other human beings is so disgusting that I really can't even get past it anymore on screen.
Yes.
So
For some of them, it becomes too much. Yeah.
It really does.
Yeah.
And let me go ahead and grab a few more of these. There's one other thing I wanted to show. I'm a little bit behind. If you have time, Keri, I'm going to go through these. And I've got one other clip. But KB, thank you so much. Oh, we already got this one, actually. Thank you again. Rosario, for the $10, how many times have you been mistaken for Jodie Foster? Am I on to? I think they're talking about Keri. Keri, you've been mistaken?
Oh, you know, it's so weird. I never used to get that, and I get it a lot now. So I guess frequently since I started doing podcasts, but in real life, no. People would always tell me, like old movie stars that I would have to look up.
Okay. Yeah.
But thank you. I'll take it as a compliment.
Yeah, I like Jodie Foster. And DL with the $1.99. Keri, the expression on your face was priceless.
When I said the C word? Sorry.
No, it's fine. That's good. Let's see. Let me grab this one last thing I wanted to see. That I wanted to show you guys. Because you guys know Wicked is on the way. The movie Wicked is coming.
Yes. Are you a Wicked fan, Keri?
Not really. I mean, I never got into it. I got the book and then.
Oh, I hear the book was like, the book was so woke that Broadway was like, nah, man, it's way too progressive for us.
I didn't read it. That's one of those books I got before I left, like right when I was starting to leave the woke world, and I should go and read it now.
No, don't read just go watch the play. And don't watch the movie. Like, see the actual traveling play. It actually is not woke and is actually phenomenal. It's great. But Steph was telling me all about what's in the book, and the book is awful. Like the book, thank goodness whoever did the Broadway play was like, no, and just redid it and made it like accessible to everybody.
Wow.
But anyways, Wicked is coming out this Thursday. I plan on seeing it for you guys to review it. I can't say I'm excited about it, but which is sad because I would be someone that should be excited. But guys, if you guys haven't noticed, the new question that all these interviews want to ask all the actors is basically how gay is the movie? So here we go with Wicked. Maybe the volume's up. Yep. Okay, here we go.
But also the boys do Bo and Ye. Do we think that maybe Fiyero likes the attention from both? I don't know.
Of course. Well, Oz is a very queer place and has always been.
Yeah.
Oz is a very queer place and has always been. Did you know that, Keri? When you watched the old Wizard of Oz,
no.
Did you know?
Did you know it was a queer place and it's always been queer?
No, they try to do this with everything. They're like, Blue's Clues has always been queer. Frog and Toad, remember Frog and Toad? Frog and Toad has always been queer. They seriously put this out there. No.
It's so ridiculous.
Even from the L. Frank Baum books, it's always been queer.
Yeah.
Okay, pause. Can someone please help the girl out? Like, and I don't mean that mean. Like both of them need to eat.
And you know what's funny? Like darkly funny, I mean, or queer. You know what's queer? The original meaning of the word queer. Odd. What's odd is that if you saw them in real life, they would look so much skinnier than this even. Because the camera does, it's not a lie, it does add weight to you. And I used to see when one of the comics I worked with was on Dancing with the Stars, which is terrible. But when you were there, you would see some of the people who were on that season were skeletal.
Really?
And then when they were on the camera, it didn't look quite as bad. You could still see they were skinny, but it didn't look quite as bad. But I'm telling you, this girl has a problem.
Yes.
Like you said, she needs help because
she does.
If she looks this bad on camera, like in person, it's got to be concentration camp level problem. Like she has a problem.
Well, and when I say that, I really mean that. I mean that sincerely and not, poking fun.
I will say, and this is unfortunate, like the girl on the right,
who's annoyed everyone.
who's annoyed everyone, but like and I mean, I'm not embarrassed to throw this out there.
She's pretty close.
Like I'm a size 6, but apparently she used to be more like a size 6,
Now she's like a -2,
and she was told she needed to lose like a bunch of weight, and so I guess she did.
That's bad. That's bad.
Yeah. So that is sad.
That is sad. But
it's like, gosh, I saw somebody on Twitter comparing it to Karen Carpenter,
right?
And how skinny she got, and that's
so sad.
Yeah, that's an older reference, but yeah, this is one of the worst examples of this eating issue that I've seen recently.
Yeah, it's hard to look at, but I mean, I don't mean that mean. That sounded insensitive. I mean,
no, I know you.
No, it's hard to look at.
It's like
because you're looking at something healthy.
Yeah, like at what point do their publicists or people around them be like we gotta go the other direction?
Yeah.
I don't know that they ever.
But even then, it's like it's kind of in that person's mind.
That's true. That's very true. And John Thomas for $5. Wicked as patient zero for women are never evil. Are never evil. Okay, there we go. It was all one word. It's a man's fault they do evil. Also, that's Ozempic. Grande use to have cleavage. Yeah.
Well, she's just gotten thinner and thinner over her career. It's been like,
well, your daughter said that to me this weekend, Natalie. She said both of them, if you go back to the filming of the movie, they look so much skinnier now.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know what happened there.
It's crazy.
It is crazy. And Staccato for $5. So she shaved her head to lose weight. That's savage. She's just one of those that likes to shave her head for some reason. I don't really understand it, but it's what she does. But
thank you, Staccato.
Yes, thank you so much, Staccato. But yeah, that is that. Oz is but I don't know. I really do expect them, because in the musical Keri, her being green, like there's not a green race. She just happens to be green. It's like a birth defect.
Okay.
But I have a feeling they're gonna make it racial in the movie.
Of course they will.
Yeah.
Right. Do we expect anything less?
Low hanging fruit for the woke. Yeah.
And if they make it racial, guys, I'm probably going to tear it to shreds in my review, because again, the Broadway play is not divisive. Like, it's not that way. Like, it's just about two polar opposite women that end up becoming friends. It's really about friendship is what the play is about. So we'll see what they do for this movie. But let me see if I've got anything else. Any others? Nope, that's it.
There's a lot of hand holding in these interviews.
I know these women, they're always holding hands. It's kind of weird, but Keri, thank you so much for coming to our show tonight.
Thank you for having me. I had a lovely time with you ladies. Anytime you want to have me on, let me know.
Awesome.
You both make me so happy.
Oh, you make us happy.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
And I feel like we had a muted celebration last time I saw you, Michelle. A little bit muted because we had a guest and everything on the Christian panel. Woohoo! We won!
There we go. There we go. Yay! Heck yes. Rachel Zegler, prayers for Rachel Zegler, though. We pray that she does know peace.
Seriously.
Yes, we do.
We do.
Really?
Yeah. And we pray also for her future unborn daughter.
Yes.
That one day she will have a daughter or son and choose to keep that child. That's what we pray for Rachel.
For her future daughter and potential future granddaughter.
For all the
and great granddaughter. Yeah.
We wish the best for that future child for Rachel Zegler tonight.
Yeah.
The not real daughter. But Keri, go ahead and tell our chat. And again, guys, if you are not subscribed, there we go. If you are not subscribed to her YouTube channel, definitely go subscribe to Keri Smith. go ahead and plug what you've got coming up, and you know, you can just sell your channel for a minute.
Yeah, you can find me at Deprogram with Keri Smith. Thank you, Marcos. And it's real Keri Smith is the easiest way to find me. And coming up, well, Wednesday, we're going to be doing a Christian panel. I hope you'll be there, Michelle. I got to figure out what we're talking about this Wednesday. But yeah, we do the Christian panel every 2 weeks. And it's me, Michelle. Usually it's me, Michelle, Odin from FNT and Brahma Bull, sometimes with a guest. We've had Gothics. We just had Vic, Mignana. I always almost pronounce his name wrong. Vic Mignana.
Aren't you having James Lindsay on sometime soon?
I've asked him. He was busy the week that I asked him for, but eventually I'd like to have him on. I've had him on Deprogram before. The channel itself, when we're not doing that Christian panel, my Monday and Friday shows are, like I said before, really with the goal of helping people to understand the difference between woke and liberalism, and making a space for people who are just starting to wake up, maybe to help usher them out of that cult.
Yeah.
And so it's a really fun group of chatters in the chat every week. I love it. So
it is.
Thank you guys.
Yes. Keri's one of our favorites, guys.
Yes, absolutely.
So definitely go subscribe to Deprogrammed with Keri Smith. You will not regret it.
Thank you.
Yes. And let's see, what else do we have? Oh, yes, guys, we've got coming up again. Thank you guys for being so generous in the chat tonight. You guys have been awesome.
Thank you very much.
Let's see, we've got coming up this week. We will have our, tomorrow, it'll be out for Blue members tonight, but our reaction to the movie Clue. I hope Greg is out there somewhere. He's been asking for it forever. And then also reviews for Wicked and Gladiator that will be coming out later this week when those come out. And then definitely join us next Monday. It's the Monday before Thanksgiving. We are just going to be doing just a chill stream, celebrate. So definitely be here next Monday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But again, you guys have been incredible.
I'm Ron Burgundy. You stay classy, San Diego.
And thanks for stopping by.
But mainly, stay classy.
You guys have an awesome rest of your night. We will see you next Monday. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, remember to be a force of light. Bye, guys.